Adam here with Brooksaw Antiques. Today we have this 1966 Olympia SM8 vintage portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Made in Western Germany and one of the top typewriters of all time, along with the other SM series, also known as the Mercedes-Benz of typewriters. Up top is the adjustable paper guide. This helps you guide the page in straight. I'm going to line that up at the edge of the platen, which is the main roller that feeds the paper, and this is the left margin, this is the right margin. There's a scale up here to tell you what space you're on. I got about 0 and 80, and this is the paper support arm that flips up from the back. And this is the paper bale that sits on top. It's got two adjustable rollers and a scale. Once you hear the bell, you're at the end of the margin. Hit this line space, gets you back to the beginning, and skips 1, 1.5, or 2 spaces. Right now we have it on single, but if you want 1.5, just flip that switch down 1 notch. It skips 1.5. One more, it skips 2. We're going to keep that on single for now and finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence in red on the next line, switch from black to red. There's a switch on the right side here. Flip that down to the red indicator. It prints the bottom portion of the ribbon, which is red. When you have it in the middle, it doesn't print any ink at all. It just leaves a stencil for copying purposes. When you have it up top, it prints the top portion of the ribbon, which is black. We're going to move that down for red. Beautiful. You can feel the power with this thing. I kind of misspelled some stuff on there, but it's okay. That's what happens when you're typing on a typewriter. No autocorrect. Beautiful print. Has Elite number 8, which prints 11 characters per inch. And Olympia is very common to have an 11 characters per inch typeface right in the middle between True Elite, which is 12, and Pica, which is 10. To pull the page out easy, there's a switch on the right side. Flip it forward and it unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easy or load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page, or else it won't load correctly. I'm going to flip this down for now. A few differences between the SM8 and the SM9 is the SM9 is basically an upgrade to this. This has a tab function that you set manually in the back. The SM9 has tabs on the keyboard. It also usually has a carriage release on both sides. This one only has one on the right side. And the paper support arm on the SM9 flips up like a switchblade and extends. This one is more of a manual paper support arm. But a lot of things can go wrong with the SM9 and it typically needs more maintenance. So if you want something a little bit more streamlined that doesn't require maintenance over time and you don't use frequent tabs, then this is a better option for you. All the functions work pretty much exactly the same besides those little small differences. We're going to put the color back on black. Shift on each side and a shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. MR stands for margin release. When you get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that blocks you from printing. Hit that MR button. It doesn't allow you to get past that and type all the way to the end. This is your carriage lock. You flip it up. It locks the carriage in the middle. Also locks the keys. Flip it down to unlock that. Very good. Backspace on the right side. Very good. So the tabs are already preset. You can move them just like the margins, like that. And what you do is you set those wherever you want them, and then you hit the tab button on the front, and it just stops at each one of those tabs. Very good. Backspace, I think I already did that. Open the hood like a car hood. All the brand new ribbon is loaded on the left side, so it's pulling clockwise to the right if you want to switch that direction. Switch the side you want it to go to towards the middle, and it will pull to that side, and that's meant to catch the eyelet at the end of the ribbon to automatically reverse it back to the side that it needs to go to, and that will happen over and over until the end of time or until the ribbon goes dry, whichever happens first. Carriage release only on the right side, super smooth. Pull the knob out on the left side, it disables the spacing so you can get to an exact spot on the page. You let it go, you get the clicks. Each one of those clicks is a half a space, same concept. If you move the line space selector all the way back, it disables the spacing, move it to the front, get the clicks. And that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy, search Brooksaw Antiques.